The last example that we're going to do is finding the intersection between a circle and a line. So the equation of my circle is going to be x squared plus y squared equals 4. And the equation of my line is going to be y equals x. There are three options that could occur when I'm dealing with the intersection of a circle and a line. I'm going to draw out all three of them. So my first option, here's my circle, my line going through it. I would have two intersection points, one right there, one right there. My next option would be something that looks like this. Here's my circle, so maybe a little bit harder to draw. There's my line. Looks like I have one point of intersection. And that one's a little bit harder to draw, but there is a scenario where you could only have one point of intersection. And then finally, the last one would be then, here's my circle and my line. Now I have no points of intersection. So in terms of our answer, we could have three options, either 2 points, 1 point, or no points. And it will all kind of make sense as you start to mess around with them and start to play with them a little bit. All right, so I'm going to erase all this, and now we're going to try it. So how do I do this algebraically without graphing either scenario? Well, this comes from using a method called substitution. I see that y equals x. So I'm going to take this, you can do this either way, but I'm going to take x and I'm going to substitute it in for y, since it means the same thing. So now I have x squared plus, instead of y squared, it's now x squared as well, equals 4. X squared plus x squared is two of them. Solving for x, I'm going to divide by 2. X squared equals now 2. And then to solve for this, we're going to take a square root. When you take a square root, you technically get two answers. We're going to get a plus or minus square root of 2. Okay, so what I'm really stating then is that one of the points is going to have a positive square root of 2 as the x value, and the other point is going to be negative square root of 2 as the x value, since x equals these values. Once you have the x values, then it's really easy to find the y values. You can use either equation, although I would say that y equals x would be the much easier equation. So since x, if I start with this one, if I say x equals square root of 2 and y equals x, then y also has to be square root of 2. Likewise, if I have a negative square root of 2, then my y value is negative square root of 2. So in this case, I would have 2 points of intersection.